mentally I'm out of here. You think it, then you be it, so I'm just like outta here. I'm fast and furious, changing the climate here. Really cool vibe in here, I'm at the chandelier. Yeah, C4, C4, constant for emotion like a tie on seashore. This ain't nothing new, we been here way before. I've been in my groove like the Mayans and more. A lot of controlled substance hadn't been through my pool. Moving through the pillars like an eagle I soar. Thank the Lord, might just pull forward. Pick a door, I'm moving there with force. Light the torch, I'm moving with C4. Yeah, right or wrong, we been in this way before. Don't let us in, then we kicking in the door. Moving fast like Shakari on a phone. Moving fast like you ain't giving.
Blowing up like C4s, telling niggas we been doing this like way before. Put 200 on a dash 8 and get low. I been moving on them fast 8. Give and go, yeah. Blowing up like C4s, tell them niggas we been doing this like way before. Put 200 on the dash 8 and get low. I been moving on them fast 8. Give and go, yeah. You are now tuned in to the beat. Run it. I got shit to lose, don't get it confused. I got more to gain, more insane. I'm a house fire, you a flame, know the name. I might need a chain that could wobble to the flow for all these rappers thinking they could really hang with the beats. Don't care about your fire squad, you dealing with the chief. Thought it was all love, but you was hating underneath. Not a young thug, R.I.P. to the whoop. I be rolling through the night, but I never been a thief. If I cut you off, then it's nothing you could say. If you throw me off, then you really in the way. Though it's really nothing you could take. Keeping everything safe, cause everybody wanna come and raid. I got that shit that make you wanna holler, yeah. 3-6, I get the popping up the collar, remixing, I get on it, I'ma slaughter, no need get it popping like Madonna, coming at your neck like I'm a llama. She too different with it. They might gotta make her own genre with her bands. I need more hands talking about the commas. I'm the nightmare, got you wet in the pajamas. Whoa, I woke up on the other side. I need more than one call to say my other ride. Old flex sending text with a list of regrets. If she was good to me, it wouldn't happen otherwise. I be hiking with my cousin in the summertime. Might be too early if I go and claim the summer mine. I hit the club and they steady coming running for me. I got it packed front to back like it's the number line. Legendary in this game, time I hit the baseline. Can't afford to even waste time, not break time. Barking at him, need a shot caller for this K9. Grade 9, snatch your body from a fucking waistline. Big dog, coming at your neck like I'm a llama. She too different with it, they might gotta make her own genre with her bands. I need more hands talking about the commas. I'm the nightmare, got you wet in the pajamas. Whoa, and you could say I started from the bottom. If you never try to solve it, you don't really want a problem. Out of pocket, got them playing you dead, but this ain't a possum. I can promise I can make the game shake like I'm in Harlem. Green light, everything ain't never what it seemed like. Scary hours show up to your door on Halloween night. With a throne, tell them I be on like the street lights. Won't admit it, I'm the one they wanna really be like. Fendii. Really don't. I know you sick about it.
What up, DC?
When I got steam sitting on my chest, with a pen write my best. If you got ill intent, already felt that shit, you can rock to the left. You ain't gotta show no love, you ain't gotta give no hugs, I'm already hip. You can take it up with God, I ain't gon' budge, nah, give a damn about lip. Nah, you ain't getting no trust, just show luck, yeah, leave a bitch in the dust. Don't come here for the lust, won't get cuffed. Sorry if I get too blunt, rolling up in a push to start. Hit me on the iPhone, my zone up in the dark. Why you wanna swim with a shark, fuck around and get bit, leave a trail full of blood like art. Bring them on in, bout to rip all heads from the neck with the bars I direct. Have you ever seen a pit in the rage coming at you full speed? You ain't got no time to collect. Yeah, big bill with the big bills, and I got little shoes, but they got a big feel. Real spill, get hype, can't sit still. Get up in the spot, going ham, doing hella windmills. This my shit from the 301, yeah, PG. I'ma get down. Head of the gang, ride around in the tank, full clip on my enemies, better hit ground. Let me get a brown like Henny at a 2, got plenty in the back, got cake by the pound. Stepping in, yay, but I ain't out west on the coast. You can find me heading eastbound, yeah. Fall back, he ain't making no plays. 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 Fall back, get bad like. 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 Fall back, he ain't making no plays. 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 Fall back, get bad like. 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 Ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me, find me. First off, gotta sign me, sign me. Yeah, was kill shot boss to a nigga like me. Can you please remind me? Back to the grind, so timeless. I could care less about the line, but the light keeps shining. Midas, touch, got the Midas. And the crisis coming on head like a bison. Stone cut killer, I'm a sniper. Sneak up and attack like a viper, frightening. Give you a heart attack, I'm striking like lightning, bowling. Feeling choosy, I'm the one who got chosen. Ball like Spartan, jumping like Jordan. Big shot, call it, in the wind soaring. Hand on the rim, I'm scoring. Let me get a foreign. Know I got keys like an organ. Fall back, he ain't making no plays. 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 Fall back, get bad like. 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 Fall back, he ain't making no plays. 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 Fall back, get bad like. 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 All my enemies better hit ground,
Yeah, mic check 1 2.
You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark.
I thought you knew it was forbidden territory.
switch it?
I got love for MCs. This
Want her
a
to
different
switch it?
ceremony. Check up on me, ain't no flexing on me. Hard to get up on me, betting on me. Get on level with me, getting better only. I ain't mean to keep you waiting. I know y'all anticipated the making of every track. Cause I aim to be the greatest. I'm talking the way I'm breaking down the beat up to the cadence. Timid, I contemplated and I told myself to lay it, huh? How you bringing out a knife to a gunfight? Man, fuck a wave, I could bring on in the flood tide. About to cause an artery in every punchline. Wooden clocks, I'm about to give your ass a hard time. Hard rhymes get you fascinated, and I'm coming for them heads, talking about decapitated. Was rooting for you, but you blew it when you started hating. I already hit the finish line when y'all started racing. I ain't even in my prime yet. Got a different mindset.
Mic check 1 2.
The one they didn't find yet. Ain't in the rush, it's God time. That's why I didn't sign yet. The way I'm about to carry rap, you need some bigger biceps. Run.
You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark.
R.I.P. to MJ, I tell him beat it. Heard that they been sleeping on me, I'ma break that orthopedic. I've been humble since forever, guess I need to be conceited. I ain't got no chill left for somebody who anemic. I'ma hit it out the park, home running in this bitch. You play with me, then we can make your home coming in this bitch. Not from the street, but it's a lot of cutthroating in this bitch. And if you ain't locked in, it ain't no coming in this bitch. They hate to see you doing better when they left you out to die. You play with fire and I show you how I work like in July. I put revenge up in the verse for those who think I let it fly. Yeah, I can hit it where it hurts and don't care who affected by it. I'ma go and put the game up in a chokehold. I'ma say I need to change just like a toll road. And it's okay, I got the lyrics by the boatload. You think you know me, I got layers like the ozone. And I can turn your whole life into a snow cone. I gotta break a bunch of records till it's no bones. Anything you putting out, you better postpone. They forgetting all about you like a home phone. So run.
You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark. You better run when you hear that dog bark.
Church stuff. When the floor up, we can move these.
Yeah.
We can change the sets of trap. Got a big green screen coming in too.
Yeah. Chasing after you, but I ain't in the plan tag. I just came in for the view, it probably made a hater mad. Y'all be playing with the truth, it got you out here looking bad. I can show you how to move so you not out here looking sad. Back. Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. You too close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. Too original, can never be a copy. You the one I feel the most. Make her sink with all these rhymes and take a lot for me to post. Murder when she walking out, yeah, I know that's all she wrote. She too bad she turned them on, no controllers or remotes, yeah. Switching flows up, I guess the show's up. Holding up, switching clothes up and letting doors up. Bold enough, need my own, but you cannot own us. We discuss what you really own us. TRP, what you know, me and KO overflow. Bet this beat get overruled. Got this drip on overload. All the hoes been overdose. I don't take no low roads. I'm too calm to get provoked. I just laugh at your approach. High alert, they want me out, but I can't let it get to me. Let the cloud get to your head and I can have it guillotine. Wanna smoke, pick your poison. I could be the nicotine. Pull the plug, you sick of me. Can't get all my energy. Chasing after you, but I ain't in the plan tag. I just came in for the view. It probably made a hater mad. Y'all be playing with the truth. It got you out here looking bad. I can show you how to move so you not out here looking sad. Back. Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. You too close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. Too original, can never be a copy. Tell a bad bitch to meet me in the telly, call her up. And you know she look like Keisha off her belly. I've been ready, you gon' have to pay the price like you Kelly. Fendii always gon' be Gucci, got the goo up in the Fendii, yeah. Hotter than the sauna, colder than the cooler. I be straight up at Medulla's. They forgot about Medusa. If she wanna be a chooser, I don't even gotta choose her. Don't know why they sleeping on me like this ain't that Freddy Cougar. I'm a young trendsetter, like it when I acapella. Tell Janelle it's a prime time. I hope she bring it Tessa. See you waiting from the sideline. Won't make you no better. Got my song up on your timeline, lyrics in your header. Need a wraith with the stars in the ceiling, feeling like I'm out of space. If my bars keep hitting, maybe soon it probably change. Not a dog, but I really do this shit. I'm off the chain. I can solve all your problems, mommy. Keep up with the pace. Yeah. Gotta keep up with the pace. With the pace, I don't trust nobody. Gotta play it safe. And
it's always good when you put your work out there.
Coming late. Keep it real and never fake. I wanna show in every state. Chasing after you, but I ain't in the plan tag. I just came in for the view. It probably made a hater mad. Y'all be playing with the truth. It got you out here.
Nah, it's not in the shot. Yeah. It's not in the shot. It's a good aesthetic, but yeah.
Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi. Close up on me, ain't no paparazzi.
All right, ready? Count me down.
Ain't no paparazzi. Too original, can never be a copy. Tell a bad bitch to meet me in the telly, call her up. And you know she look like Keisha off her belly. I've been ready, you gon' have to pay the price like you Kelly. Fendii always gon' be Gucci, got the goo up in the Fendii.
What it do? It's your boy Big Bach, Everything DMV Radio. We back in the building, UBM studio, and it's here, it's happening. The artist voice got someone real special for y'all today, man. Straight out of the DMV, man, PG County representative, and we doing it just like that, man. For all of those who trying to tap in, who trying to see where we at, see where we going, and see how we doing this right now, go to Roku. If you have Roku, find the UBM channel and download it right now. We are live on Roku right now. You can also catch us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn. Anywhere you feel like it's a platform for you, you could definitely tap in with us, man. We right here at UBM Studio, 5210 Off Drive, right here in Camp Springs, Maryland, man. We doing it big for the people, man. For y'all who don't know and who have not had the chance to get this right here, I'm telling y'all in for something real special. The way that it's been coming has been fire. Like, you know, you listen to artists just coming out of the DMV and just anywhere, and they just they don't really got no style. They ain't really got no feel with them. But this lady right here, man, y'all in for a treat. Fendi, what's up?
What's good? What's good, y'all? It's your girl Fendi, Fendii, representing PG County, Maryland, all day and forever.
Yes, in the building, man. If y'all ain't got Game Over, man, y'all need to go out there and cop that. Man, for the ones who don't know you, I mean, I've seen you. I've seen you doing your thing. I mean, I've seen you being invited into places where everybody can go to do what you do and, you know what I'm saying, be the extraordinary artist that you are. For those who don't know you, like, how did all of this come about for you? Like, how did you get started in this?
Well, like I always tell people, growing up, I was more on the poetry side. And then somewhere like in middle school, I just decided to transition over to rap. And like nobody knew that I rapped except for like maybe a few of my close friends. I would have this journal that I would bring to school every single day. And I would just be writing it, and people be like, "What you doing?" And I be, don't worry about it, because I was very shy, and so I didn't think that I would come to this level. I just thought that it was going to be something that I was just going to be doing for fun, something I was going to be just doing to myself. And then I decided that I wanted to take it serious once I got in high school. And once I started meeting certain people, doing like ciphers at lunch, things like that, meeting other rappers, I decided like, hey, you know, I think that I'm good. Everybody else seems to think that I'm good too. Let me keep going. And I just kept going, and I'm still going.
That's what's up. Now you are definitely a blessing to ears. Style, the way you put it together, the way you deliver what you deliver is really crafty, really unique, and you really representing for the DMV, man. For y'all that don't know, man, she is really representing for the DMV, man, making it real hard for just anybody to come out here and just be talking like they rappers. You a real rapper. So when you've been doing your poetry, you've been doing your books, and you know what I'm saying, and being in these ciphers, and like how were you able to find your own voice and your own style within your music?
So for that, I would say that I have a lot of influences, especially growing up. I was always listening to like Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm a big Lil Wayne fan. Those two alone, I really like the style of how the Bone Thugs would rap fast. And I feel like I kind of trained myself to have that type of skill because I noticed that there's certain artists that are already big, like the Twisters and the Busta Rhymes. They already have that fast style of rap, but I've never heard it really in the DMV. And so I kind of just put my own spin to it because I can't rap as fast as them, but I just kind of figure out, what cadence I want to go, and then I go from there. And I'm a big metaphor person. I realize that this area is really trap based, and that is fine. That's our sound, that's our flow. But I also tell people there's a lot of other artists who do different things as well. So don't just get focused on one thing. And I feel like I stand out because I got the fast rapping, but I also have the metaphors. There's never going to be a time where you won't hear at least a few metaphors in my songs. And I feel like that's the style I go for, a big metaphor person.
Definitely, man. So if y'all not tapping in and listening and really paying attention, y'all might miss it. But to everybody, if you have not yet, y'all need to go look at her Instagram page, look at her YouTube page, tap in with her on TikTok. Man, listen, like she is really making things happen. When you put this, Game Over EP together, like tell me how that started, how it went, how you was, even bringing that to the people. Like what was your mindset for that and creating it?
So, for the people that don't know, Game Over is my second EP. My first one was Ego, which came out a few years prior to that one. And so it was like a series. And so with Ego, it started with me being like, hey, this is me. I'm coming in here, and I'm coming in here strong. Once I transitioned over to Game Over, it was like, I'm here to stay, and I'm shutting everything down. So that's how that came about. When I
Nice.
had the writing process for Game Over, because the EPs aren't really that long. So I just wanted each song to really stand out, to really hit hard because it wasn't a lot of songs on there. Um, Game Over, it was like from start to finish, hit hard, and then I wanted to kind of end a little on the personal note, which is why at the end you guys get the high spirit, but in the beginning you get the bark. That was just like, me telling you right off the back, like, I'm coming in strong, high spirits. People be like, hey, high spirits must be a very personal song. And I wanted to end it on that note because I've been told before when I put my first project out, people wanted me to go a little bit deeper. And so I felt like I owed everybody that. And I went deeper when I made Game Over. At the same time, I kept what I normally do, so I didn't lose that touch.
Uh-huh. Nice, nice. And when you put together Ego and you said, all right, I'm about to come out and like let y'all at least hear me like on like what did it take for you to be like, yeah, this is the time, like I'm gonna do this now?
So I went back and forth for about a few months before I decided that I was actually going to put an EP out. I kept battling with, hey, maybe I should just do a single, maybe I should just do, the single plus the video. But then somewhere down the line, I realized, you know what? I always write. I have a bunch of material, whether it be inside a notebook or iPad or computer. Let's put together an EP and let's show the people what I'm really working with. It was kind of like a trial run because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what type of audience I was going to reach, and I didn't know what type of reaction I would get from any of the songs. It was just, now I'm putting it out. This is what it is. I had confidence in myself, and I hope that it gave anybody else who's still battling with trying to come out as an artist, it gave them confidence.
Nice, nice. That's inspiring. That's everything that embodies a true artist. Um, Coming up in PG County, coming up in the DMV area, how would you say like the culture of this area impacted your music?
Well, I'm not that old. I'm gonna say that even when I get like close to 40, I'll probably still say that. And that's just because I look so young in the face. People never believe my true age anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just like I just feel like I'll probably use that forever. But as far as the cultural impact, I grew up like in the same era as like Big Flock and the Thraxes and
Mm-hmm.
Shy Glizzies and all that. Like when Shy Glizzy first came out, I think I was about in 10th grade.
Mm.
Yeah, and same thing with Fat Tro. I was like in ninth grade, so it was like, listening to them going through the whole New Balance phase, North Face, standing outside, the shoe
Yeah.
stores waiting for the Jordans. I was a part of that crowd, so
Yeah.
I feel like I was in high school when the DMV music was really, really like coming out, where all these artists were coming together, and then even down to the biggest year, I think was about what 2016, where most of the females started to come out, like Shelly MC, Rico
Yeah.
Nasty. So I just feel like all of us, when you hear all of our music, it's just like, oh, I know that person's from the DMV because somebody is talking about something specific that
Mm-hmm.
happened from way back when that I also experienced. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, we're all coming up together. Like all of us are probably not the same age, but we're around the same age. So we were
Mm-hmm.
all experiencing the different things, but through different sets of eyes.
Yeah, yeah, nah, that's fire. Yeah, that's so true, man. Yeah, I was tapped in on all of that when that was coming through, man. And I really like your sound. I like how you put bars together. I like how you know what I'm saying you talk. Your delivery is good, man. And then like you showcase it just so well too, even from your videos to your style and like all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? You really making us look good, and I appreciate that. Since you've been doing music and you've been, really putting, stuff out and, doing what you're doing, like and the recognition that you're receiving, how has that been, you know?
Well, I've always been a super, super humble person. And, no matter where I go or what level I reach, I just want to stay that way because that's just how I grew up. Like, there was a time where I worked in the airport for a while and I would run into
celebrities all the time, and a lot of my coworkers would be starstruck, but I wasn't. And I'm looking at it like, these are regular people just like us. And yes, they have stardom, but they still, to a sense, want, to be regular. So don't, and it's like a lot of
Yeah.
them, honestly, when you talk to them, they're pretty humble. So it's just like me, you know, not only do I look up to that, it's just I just always said to myself that I want to stay that way. Very appreciative to anybody that's listening to my music, and even if you haven't heard it, I can't wait for you to hear it. I'm very big on constructive criticism. I take that very well. There's never a time where anybody can talk to me and say this, that, and the third, and then I'm leaving the conversation like, yeah, whatever. I'm taking in what people are saying because it's like everybody's opinions are different. Everybody has a different ear as well. And it's like if it's something that I can enhance in my music, then I would do that. So, you know.
Yeah, nah, that's dope. That's dope. When it comes to like, your producers and your engineers, are you working locally? Are you kind of filling out, the area, or like how you acquire your beats and the people who put your work together?
Well, local for sure for right now. But when the pandemic hit, I was actually starting to get in contact with a lot more DJs, a lot more producers and engineers just via Instagram, maybe Twitter, and finding out like, hey, they're local as well. And even if they weren't local, we were building a connection.
Mm.
I'm always down to work with different people because everybody has different techniques, different sounds, different advice they can give me, different wisdom, different ways of doing things that can help create maybe a better sound or a better project. I'm always down to just work with anybody who's willing to work, hard work, definitely being humble and just having a connection just outside of, hey, I'm coming into the studio and we about to lay this down because it's like you want to have connections with people.
Yeah.
You don't know, where you'll need them in the long run. So I'm always down to just work with just about anybody, just as long as it's good business.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Navigating the music business, how would you say that's gone for you? Like, was it a tough road, or was it, pretty simple, laid out steps of things to acquire to, make it into something for yourself?
I feel like with the music business, it's all about what you can make it, especially for an up and coming artist. And I'm saying this to everybody at home. Everybody is not going to go through the same things. Everybody's not going to go the same routes, and that's okay. Just keep putting your best foot forward. You're going to run into trials and tribulations at some point, sometime. Even when you get to the bigger, league, it's going to be the same thing because it's like every time you go up, then you're going higher and higher. It's always another step. So I can honestly say that I've experienced a little bit of both bad business, good business, people that probably didn't have my best interests at heart, people that really care. I feel like I've experienced all of that, but it's not going to be the end. I just think that definitely just using your discernment levels, making them higher. Also, just don't like, I'm not a big fan of just taking no for an answer. If it's strictly a no, then okay, but I would at least try first. Don't just get a no and then think that it's just the end. No, because that is not the case. Sometimes doors will get shut in your face and then you might just spin the block and it might open back up. But even if this door gets shut in your face, there's always other doors, and maybe that's just not the door that you're supposed to be going through. So it's just like I tell people, just keep going. Like, don't stop because one little encounter happens or there's a little bump in the road.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hey, that's that. Fall 7 times, you get up 8. Like, what I mean? You gotta keep going, keep pushing, man. And that's what we all about here. You know what I'm saying? Everything DMV Radio. I remember the first time, I got to talk to you and interview you, man. That was like, super dope. So y'all can actually go back and tap into that one as well. But 2023, Fendii, what is it? What we got? What we looking at this year?
So I definitely said for this year, I'm definitely focused, locked in on really just giving you guys more material, letting you guys see more about, Fendi, like what I'm about, who I am as a person, just a little bit of everyday life, because I can be pretty reserved, and I feel like I have been. Definitely more shows. I love doing shows. And not only do I love doing shows, I love to just go and support, even if I'm not in the show. I don't have to always be in the show to, show support, show love. Um, Definitely just, making myself more visible, because not saying I wasn't visible before, but definitely like stepping out there and definitely more consistent. You will be getting more singles out of me this year. So don't think that you won't get any projects at all, but just know that I've decided, like, hey, I want to throw out some singles,
Nice.
but you're still going to get a project. So
Oh,
always be
man.
prepared for that.
Yes, absolutely. Man, you've been killing it. You've been doing some big things. So where has some of this the music, where has it, taken you? And what kind of things have you done that you like, really proud of, being there and being at that spot?
One big thing that I would say that I was proud of, it happened a few years ago, probably 2019. I got a chance to go to 92Q Jams and actually go on there and rap for DJ Flow, which is Shy Glizzy's DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
Flo, like, he heard about me, and so, like, somebody I was working with at the time was like, hey, she's fire, you gotta hear, and he's just like, bring her up here then. Like, let me hear for myself. And so
Yeah.
I didn't even know that this was a conversation that was being had until we were on the phone. And I'm hearing all this information like, listen, I just kind of like boosted you up. So now you need to go and, you need to go and deliver. And I'm like, well, that's no problem. And so I did just that. It was quite the experience. I think that day that I went, Casanova was there
Wow.
doing the I'm So Baltimore. They were
Yeah.
doing that version.
Yeah.
And right before I got there, I think he had just left, but that's what they were doing. And that was actually my first time up at a radio station. I was nervous, and I was just like, I knew that, when I came in there, it was all eyes on me. They had the lives going, on Instagram. So I was like, I hope they don't grill me on
Right,
here.
spotlight.
And I love Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore
Yeah,
too.
shout out
DMV
Baltimore,
Baltimore
definitely.
for sure. They got a lot of incredible artists. And shout out to Blue. Shout out to Blue.
Yeah.
One of my friends, this is his brand. It's Everything 202. Everything 202. Shout out to Blue.
Definitely. Now you stay fresh. I mean, you always stay fresh. I see how you do your thing. Yeah, style is like on top level. Yeah, definitely. You style yourself, or you got somebody who?
Well, most of the time I style myself, but I always have to give a shout out to my best friend Monty, because she was like the blueprint, I feel like, for me to find my style. Monty's style is very incredible. To me, it is. To a lot of other people, too, when we were growing up. This is somebody I've known since about like 14 years old. And I've always admired the way she dressed, and I feel like she helped shape me. So it was like, till this day, I'll call her and be like, do you think this looks good? Or, if we see each other's pictures, we'll be like, like, that's fire. But it's just like, it's all love, and it's I always style myself for the most part. But I'm always willing to let other people style me as well. It's just I don't have a stylist. I'm my own stylist.
Yeah, nah, you be doing it, be fire. I be like, yeah, Shorty be dressing, doing her thing, DMV representative. You get a couple artists you could work with right now, right out of the DMV. Who you choosing off the top?
Okay, so right now, like, I definitely would love to work with 3O.
Yeah.
I would love to work with 3O for sure. There's another artist out here. His name is Rayante. I actually went to school with Rayante. He's very smooth with it. Definitely loving his style for sure. Just all the way down to the whole demeanor, just everything.
Yeah.
And then another person, I would definitely say Big Flock, because I feel like that bark side of me,
Yeah.
that will mesh with that for sure. So, and I actually got a chance to see both 3O and Big Flock at at an event. I think it was last year. Made in the DMV.
Oh yeah,
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 I went to Made in
yeah.
the DMV, and those are very good events to go to.
Yeah, that guy
Yeah,
who does it, I forgot his name. I call him sometime, but I can't believe I forgot his name right now. But
yeah,
yeah, I've been
Made in
trying
the
to work with him.
DMV.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
actually took a picture with him, and then yeah, Flock was there. They're very humble. They gave some good advice. And yeah, I would definitely love to work with. I would love to fly on their radar. They see me, it's like, okay, I may remember you, but you're gonna
Yeah.
remember me once you start seeing other things for sure.
Alrighty, yeah. Nah, I was out there like so, I started everything DMV radio. Like I was out there, like I would just beat the block. So I would go to all these events and I'm out there, camera, microphone, like, what I'm saying, try to rap. So I got a couple joints with I ain't never get with Flock, but I got a couple joints with 3 Black and gave me a couple shout outs and all that good stuff. But yeah, the cool peoples, man, when Fat came home the last time, I was down at Saks and that's where I saw them at. Fat gave me a shout out too, you know what I'm saying? So when they come home, I always be out in the streets just trying, make things happen though. But
Definitely,
yeah, be
definitely.
there for the people, you know what I'm saying? So
I got female pics too, though. I definitely got female pics.
yeah.
So I don't want nobody to think like, oh, it's just all male rappers. Shout out to Murder Monroe. That's definitely one of my picks.
Yeah.
Molly off the Nolly off the Molly. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nolly
yeah.
off the Molly.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure.
Uh-huh.
Solo, the Element. Like it's a lot of
Yeah.
females. Lex, Bratcher, like a lot of females I think are
Yeah.
dope for real.
Yeah, they coming, man. They coming fast and hard, man. I love it, man. I think you leading the way though. You got a lot of good stuff going on with you that I really truly like. I like listening to like, you know what I'm saying, like good quality. I'm not saying they music not like that, but yours is resonate with me to a point where like I could play it and just let it just play. Like I ain't never skipping nothing because it just all in it be giving me good bars and good vibes. Like so I love what you're doing. How can people, you know what I'm saying, stay tapped in with you, you know what I'm saying, follow you on everything that's coming up and, just be a part of what you're delivering for the DMV?
Well, like I tell people all the time, because I say it at all my shows, I say it anytime I see people. Definitely follow me on all the platforms. I got Twitter, I got Instagram, TikTok. I like to have a little fun on TikTok. I'm a comedian sometimes, but 3 underscores Fendii Fendii. Even if you want to find me for my music, Apple Music, YouTube, anything like that, type in Fendi, you'll see me, it'll pop up. Or you can always type in, one of the EPs, Ego, Game Over. I'm on iTunes, everything. You could just stay tapped in with me through all my socials. But of course, if you stay in the DMV, you might run into me at some show. You might run into me at some event. Don't ever be afraid to come and chat it up with me. I'm always a people's person. I'm always, down for good vibes. So y'all just stay up with me for real.
Y'all know what to do, man. It's your boy Big Bach, everything DMV Radio, man. We in here with Fendi. We did it, the artist voice, man, representing the DMV. We right here at UBM Studios. We streaming. We trying to catch our eyes wherever they at, man. So go and download, UBM on Roku, everything DMV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch. I mean, you name it. We out there. We got it. I got some old sites too, like Black Planet. Look, I ain't gonna go that far back, but we everywhere, man. Y'all rock with us, man. We here with Fendi, man. We done dropped it for y'all, man. Y'all go follow, show some love, man. We gonna keep this thing coming to y'all, man. 2023. You know what it is.